Hey guys, I hope this finds you well. Welcome to the online edition of the Human Experience, otherwise known as Human Factors Psychology. So, first thing to do, I'm just going to kind of walk you through what to expect for the next 2 weeks. I've got material up on the Google Classroom site. I've got two possible assignments you could choose. If you're really wanting to do them, you could do them both, and I'll give you extra credit somehow, some way, but I need you to do at least one of the two assignments that I've posted. The first one is on the Reid technique. That's the way that the police interrogate suspects. It can lead to a lot of false confessions. That's what we found out when we talked about the Central Park Five. There's an attached article. Your mission is to start a grassroots campaign to ban the Reid technique in Wake County. And I've got three deliverables for you that you'll need to accomplish. Number one, you need to find out who could actually make that happen, who has the authority to ban the technique. And we're going to write them a letter urging them to ban the Reid technique within Wake County. The second piece is you're going to create a Google slide presentation about the Reid technique and how it's not a good idea that you could take around to local civic interest groups. And then finally, you're going to create at least two memes that could be shared on social media that express your displeasure and distrust of the Reid technique. Now, I'm not going to actually make you do this in the real world, but we're going to see how far you get. And I'm especially interested in what you'll find out in terms of who could actually have the authority to ban the technique within Wake County. I think it's going to involve somebody in the district attorney's office, but your research will be the best judge of that. Option two is going to have you read a chapter from a book called The Power of a Crisis that looks at how organizations can change their habits after bad habits are exposed through a horrible crisis. There are two case studies. One deals with a fire in the London Underground, and the other deals with a bunch of problems at a hospital in Rhode Island. And so crises happened, and then these organizations use the crisis to kind of figure out what was going wrong and then retool their organization. What I want you to do is do some significant outside research and find an organization that's been significantly impacted by the current coronavirus crisis. And then I want you to pretend you're a consultant and create a Google slide presentation in which you identify the problems in the organization that were brought into the open by the virus, and then offer your solutions based on your knowledge of human factors principles and the material in the chapter that you've been assigned to read. So again, you don't have to do them both, but you've got to do at least one. I've also, in light of the idea that this is an elective class, and I know you guys have core classes you're very worried about, um, I've extended the due dates. So this stuff won't be due until Friday, April the 17th. If you submit it by 5 o'clock, I'll be able to give you feedback via the Google Classroom site and assess your performance. If you need to get a hold of me for virtual office hours, I've posted those links as well. I've got two sets of office hours coming up for this class, one on Monday from 10 to 11 a.m. and then one on Wednesday, I think, from 4 to 5 p.m. So check the Google Classrooms for those postings and those links. I'm available to help you out any way I can via my email, jhensley2 at wcpss.net. And then there's Remind, and then there is a Google Classroom itself. So many, many ways to get a hold of me, and I'd be happy to answer questions, provide clarification, do whatever I can to help you out. So again, I think that if you jump into this work, it could be a very valuable experience for you. You'll get a lot out of it, a lot of useful stuff out of it, and it will help deal with the boredom as we all restrict our movement during the current coronavirus crisis. So hang in there, guys. Jump into the work, enjoy the work, get something out of the work, and I'm available to help you anytime that you need it. Take care, and I will talk to you again soon.